Ever wondered why there's a constant struggle between Gaza and Israel? It's a question that puzzles many, and today we're going to unravel the threads of this complex issue. Let's journey back to the origins of the crisis. The year was 1948, and the Arab-Israeli war was in full swing. This marked the beginning of a long-standing dispute that would shape the region for decades to come. Fast forward to 1967, and the world saw the Six-Day War. This conflict further deepened the divide between Gaza and Israel, adding another layer to the growing crisis. Then came the Oslo Accords, signed in 1993. These agreements were meant to bring peace, but instead, they had far-reaching implications that continue to impact the Gaza-Israel conflict today. This historical backdrop, filled with strife and failed negotiations, sets the stage for a crisis that has been decades in the making. Fast forward to today, the crisis continues, but why? Let's delve into the heart of the issue to understand the ongoing plight. Over the years, the situation in Gaza versus Israel has evolved into a complex issue that has gripped the world's attention. At the forefront of this conflict is the blockade of Gaza, which has been in place since 2007. This blockade, imposed by Israel and Egypt, has severely restricted the movement of people and goods into and out of Gaza. This has led to a crippling economy and a significant downturn in living conditions for the almost 2 million residents of the tiny coastal enclave. The impact on civilians is heart-wrenching. Basic necessities like food, medicine, and clean water are in short supply. Unemployment rates are soaring and poverty is widespread. The residents of Gaza are living in what is often described as the world's largest open-air prison. Internationally, reactions to the crisis have varied. While some nations condemn the blockade and call for its end, others support it, citing security concerns. The international community is divided, and while diplomatic efforts to resolve the crisis continue, tangible progress remains elusive. Key players in this conflict include Hamas, the political organization that governs Gaza, and the Israeli government. Hamas, often criticized for its militant tactics, claims to represent the struggle of the Palestinian people. On the other hand, the Israeli government maintains that the blockade is necessary to prevent the smuggling of weapons into Gaza and to protect its citizens from rocket attacks. This situation is further complicated by the intersecting issues of politics and religion. The historical animosity between the Palestinians and Israelis, fueled by divergent religious beliefs and territorial claims, adds another layer of complexity to this crisis. In conclusion, the current state of affairs is not simply a dispute over land, it's a complex web of politics, religion, and human rights issues. The people of Gaza continue to live under challenging conditions while the world watches on, hoping for a peaceful resolution. The current state of affairs is a complex web of politics, religion, and human rights issues. But what does all this mean for the people living in Gaza? The humanitarian impact of the crisis has been devastating. The daily lives of the people in Gaza have been profoundly affected as the situation has limited their access to basic necessities. Imagine not knowing if you'll be able to put food on your table for your family, or if clean water will be available for your children. The state of healthcare is also dire. Hospitals are struggling to keep up as resources dwindle and the number of patients soar. Amid all this, an invisible crisis is unfolding: the mental health impact on the population. The constant fear and uncertainty have left deep psychological scars, particularly among children who know of no other reality. Everyday life in Gaza is a struggle for survival, a test of resilience in the face of adversity. The people of Gaza bear the brunt of a crisis they have little control over. So, what have we learned about the Gaza-Israel crisis? Throughout our journey today, we've unraveled the complicated tapestry of the Gaza-Israel conflict, shedding light on its intricate historical roots. We've explored the current predicament, where political tension and territorial disputes continue to fuel this long-standing crisis. We've also delved into the profound humanitarian impact, where innocent lives are caught in the crossfire, their daily existence marred by uncertainty and fear. The crisis not only affects the physical landscape, but also leaves deep emotional scars on the people of Gaza and Israel. In this complex scenario, it's imperative to remember that every story has multiple facets. While we've provided an overview, there's so much more to understand and so many perspectives to consider. Let's continue to educate ourselves, to seek out reliable information, to empathize with those affected, and to engage in informed discussions. Understanding the crisis is the first step towards advocating for peace and justice.